Grant Wall here with Brian Strauss for SI.com at the World Cup. And today I want to talk about Tim Howard, the U.S. goalkeeper, as we head toward USA-Ghana on Monday in Natal. And we both spoke to Tim Howard. He said a couple of interesting things. One of them about diving, because that was such a big topic in the opening game with Brazil. And I was a little surprised to see that he actually says he encourages U.S. players to fall on contact and let the referee decide.
Oh, I've got no problem with the Brazilian player going down. I would encourage my own players, if they feel contact, to go down. It's the referee's job and obligation and responsibility to make sure that he gets it right.
Were you surprised by that?
I wasn't too surprised by it. He said on contact. He didn't say without contact. And obviously the penalty call on the dive by Fred or the embellishment by Fred has been a big. Fredgy has been a big topic here. But to me personally, there's a big difference between a player going down after a defender puts his hand on him and a player going down, because of a sniper in the upper deck. And what Howard was saying was, look, you gotta try to gain the advantage you can, and ultimately it's up to the referees to make the call. It's up to the referees to get it right. And in each of the past 3 World Cups, the U.S. has been on the wrong end of perhaps a controversial refereeing decision. They've seen both sides of it, and Howard wants to get every advantage he can. I'm not surprised at all.
Well, for Tim Howard, I think it's really important that he play very well in this tournament for the U.S. to advance from a very difficult group.
Absolutely.
Do you think he might have wanted back one or even both of those goals that he allowed against Ghana back in 2010?
Yeah, I think he might. I mean, Howard is so entrenched as the #1 on this team. I mean, Jurgen's been saying it for months now that he's the #1. And I think it's important to remember that 4 years ago, that was not a given. Yes, he did have a rib injury, I believe, in South Africa at the World Cup. But perhaps both of those goals, one to the near post and one sort of just over his head, maybe you look at that and you say you want back. And he said something like, yeah, I want a lot of things in my life back, but I can't have them back. But his form now is he's world class. He earned a new long-term contract with Everton, and it was cool actually talking to Matt Besler, central defender, who said it all starts with Timmy. I mean, Timmy's a communicator. He's constantly telling us. He's constantly organizing us. He joked maybe Timmy talks too much, but he wouldn't have it any other way. This is a guy who is a veteran, obviously talented, but also someone whose impact goes all the way up the field because he's an organizer and he really sees the game well.
I think also, too, when you look at Howard, he's 35 years old. He didn't start playing his first World Cup until 31.
Yep.
He has paid his dues, and I'm really impressed when Jurgen Klinsmann says that Tim Howard is one of the 5 top goalkeepers in the world. Sometimes Klinsmann has a lot of hyperbole going on, but in this case, I think I agree with him.
Howard is in wonderful form. The team and the coach have total confidence in him. He's not going to play differently against Ghana. He doesn't think a goalkeeper adjusts his game depending on the opponent. This is not a revenge thing. This is not about payback. There are only 4 players on the field in Rustenburg who are back with this team this year. But I think for Tim Howard, in the back of his mind, again, a missed opportunity for the U.S., the opportunity to perhaps make a run at a World Cup semifinal, and maybe those goals are in the back of his mind and he wants to come out and have a better showing this time.